Hey guys, it's Jackie. I am here today with my friend Melissa Gratz. She is a superstar director and very kind to come onto the channel. And I am going to interview her Scentsy style. We might laugh or giggle. We do have one audience member, and I already threatened her that if she says anything, she will be in the video as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I am going to ask Melissa questions about being a Scentsy consultant, how you built your business, different things like that. But let's start off with the best question. All-time favorite Scentsy fragrance.
Oh, I wish I had been more prepared. I would have brought it so I could smell it. Cambridge is my most...
Oh, but hang on. Our secretary can hand us a Cambridge. It's in the Yeti purple bag. Okay. Imagine that, Cambridge. It smells so good, you guys. How many do you get a month in your Scentsy club? 6
bars in my Scentsy club per month.
And what is a perk of having a Scentsy club?
Oh, well, then I don't panic when I start getting low.
You could have a Scentsy heartbreak.
Have
you heard of that word?
Yes, but I don't have a Scentsy heartbreak ever. Because
she has it in her club. So I've talked about this a lot on my channel. You can have a Scentsy club for free because somebody thought you got free Scentsy, which I thought was a good, legitimate question.
Sure.
At $30, you get 10% off. At $60, you get a half off item.
Yeah.
And then you can get referral points. So she will never have a Scentsy heartbreak. And let me tell you.
And then I don't panic. I don't feel bad about using it because I know more is coming.
And fresh. Because Scentsy will always make this for you.
Always, so long as I keep my club.
Do you think that you're the only person that gets this bar?
No. In fact, I just had somebody reach out to me and say, I heard through the grapevine that Cambridge is your favorite. Do you have a stash?
Did you sell some to them?
I did, because I have more coming.
So more coming.
I don't have to worry about it. It's the very best. It's like my security blanket.
It's where it's at. Okay, so how long have you been a Scentsy consultant?
I have been doing Scentsy for 15 years. 15 years, yes. I was in my 20s when I started, late 20s.
You're only 21.
I am only 21.
She's been doing it for a year.
Yeah. No, but I've been doing it for 15 years. It's not anything that I ever expected I would build a life around, build a business around. In fact, when I started, I was just trying to get rid of a part-time job. I had 2 jobs at the time. And I thought, well, I probably can do something. Yeah, I probably can make more money doing something on my own time than working for somebody else. So I was like, we'll give it a try. And I thought I would only do it for 6 months. And after 6 months, I was like, okay, who are my customers gonna buy Scentsy from if I leave them?
Stop doing it.
Yeah.
That's actually fun fact about Jack. I always do fun facts.
Okay.
I almost gave up doing Scentsy. And the one thing that kept me was I had a customer say, please don't stop, because who will I buy from? Yeah. And she's part of the reason why I'm still here, and you know, we got to give Melissa credit too.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And so your title is a superstar director, which is what I'm achieving to be. I'll be her next one. That's what we've put out in the atmosphere. What would you say is the #1 key thing in building your team that's important? What do you feel like is important and what you want to teach or inspire beneath you? I never realized that this business could be what it is for me, for my family. And it all started with my desire to achieve. Yeah. And so what I love about it, and to answer your question, is I actually like seeing people realize their own potential and seeing them realize how valued, how much value they can bring. Realistically, we are scenting spaces. Yeah. That's what we do. Yeah. Is we make people's spaces smell amazing. And feel good about themselves while doing it. So one thing Melissa and some of her friends have taught us is inspiring and empowering people. And so I think that's part of how I'm building my team, is because I want to be that for somebody. People go through a lot of garbage in life, and to have a home that smells good, you can come home, plug back in, rejuvenate, and your space smells good. Well, yeah, there's something about when you walk into, everybody's house has its own distinct scent or smell. Yeah. but you add fragrance to that, and you add your favorite fragrances to that. And I think of it as creating scent memories for my kids.
Ooh, yeah.
Is, you know, the house smells a certain way, and, you know, I hope my kids grow up and they smell certain fragrances, and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this reminds me as when I was a kid, which is like when Scentsy brought out a bar called Tomato Vine. And not many consultants or customers wanted to purchase Tomato Vine to actually warm. But for me, it was this nostalgic fragrance because I used to help my grandfather in his garden when I was a kid.
Oh, that's right.
And it reminded me. So I never actually melted the bar of wax, but I still have it. And it instantly takes me back. And so knowing that I have the power to create scent memory or help others create scent memory is a really cool feeling. And I know you want to ask me something else.
No, that's good, because I was going to say when we were at camp and it was our great aunt. Remember picture her? She's out in Sicily.
Right.
We had a whole bar.
We did. Yeah. We would smell fragrances and we were like, this makes me think of my great aunt and her pink couch.
And it has plastic on it. Like it was the couch you weren't allowed to go on.
It's kind of amazing how you can smell something and instantly it transports you. Or you think of something, you're like, this reminds me of my grandmother's mothball closet.
Yeah, I actually had an emotional reaction to the brick from Christmas time. What was it? The Frosted Petals?
Okay.
It reminded me of a friend that had passed away.
Oh.
And I literally was smelling it with you guys on the channel. And I teared up because it smelled just like Chris.
Yeah.
Like it took me right back to her.
Yeah.
And
scent memory is a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah.
So so the next question is, what keeps you to show up? What makes you keep showing up for your team, for us as consultants, and your customers?
I'm constantly still learning things. I'm still challenged. I'm still learning. I'm still teaching I'm still teaching things that are new to myself. I'm teaching others how to do, and we're not talking, I'm teaching others how to run businesses.
Right.
I'm teaching people how to create graphics or understand Microsoft Excel, or to look at data and be able to use that data to help them in their businesses.
And to empower them and to know where they stand. Because that's one of the reasons why I earned the first incentive trip. So income disclosure statement, all out there, you guys know, is you actually reached out to me and said, I don't think you realize how close you are. So to be able to have somebody above us that cares enough about us. And Melissa is literally a rock star in Scentsy.
Thank you.
Okay. She had people fangirling you on the cruise. They were like dying to meet you.
This makes me blush.
It does. But they were like, look, it's Melissa Gratz.
They were doing the same thing to Jackie, and they're like, hey, it's just Jack from YouTube.
Yeah, they kind of did.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, no, but you know, it's just, I often sit and think about the opportunities that have presented themselves because I took a chance on a fragrance business, and I'm constantly learning. I feel like I'm growing. And you know, when I had a job before Scentsy, my boss at that job had said to me, is there ever a point where you might get tired of the position that you're in? And I said, so long as I'm showing up every single day and learning something, I feel challenged,
because
then I'm still being rewarded. And with my Scentsy business 15 years later, I still feel like I'm being rewarded. And honestly, the craziest thing for me is being able to look back at how much growth I've had. When I first started my Scentsy business, I was so afraid of public speaking, which is so hard to believe, right?
And she's on here today with us.
I was so deathly afraid of public speaking that the first time Scentsy ever asked me to speak at one of their conferences, I thought I was going to have a mental breakdown.
What year was that? So you started
so that would have been around 2000, maybe 2011 and 2012.
Wow.
So 4 years into my business. And now I look today, like I've spoken at our national conference in front of 10,000 people.
That's awesome.
And because I'm passionate about Scentsy and fragrance and people, it wasn't scary.
Right.
It wasn't scary.
Because you know what you believe,
yeah.
and you know what you have to say and to offer to other people, and just being able to transpire that into a crowd, into 10,000 people. It's amazing.
Because I feel like people feel like they have to prepare or study when they don't feel like it just oozes naturally.
Right. And like literally we have no notes.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her what we were doing. She didn't tell me a single thing. I just said, hey, will you do a video with me? And it's just us talking, having a conversation and building those friendships. So a lot of times I don't talk about why I sell Scentsy, because I just tell you guys about the fragrance. I open up the boxes, the whiff box, you know, all the things we do. But I think I fail my audience, you guys and my customers, about why I do this. And it's for the community, like meeting people that you would have never, ever met before. And we have a shared love and interest. And then beyond that, you become friends and we're going to do life together. Like, this is it. We're, you know, and our, you know, standard buyer who's staring at us, she's doing life with us. And we're teaching her, I won't say your name, we're teaching her to be more outgoing. Yeah. What she's doing. I'm her wingman. Yeah, she told me that on the cruise.
And what am I for you?
Oh, you're like my goddess. No, Melissa, honestly, like I told her this a couple of weeks ago. I said, my goal was to be your friend. And I told you that at Elevate. I came from that Scentsy retreat, which was a major eye opener for me, because I am my own worst enemy. I know I don't talk a lot about that, but I'm going to start doing that more, because I know I can help people, you know, not just behind a camera, but in life too. And my goal was to be her friend.
Did you meet that goal? Yeah. Awesome.
I think, well, I don't know. Did I?
Yes, totally.
You had to tell me if we're friends.
Yes, totally.
Okay,
you met the goal.
Yeah. So we're at that level, and you can do life with each other. Like, we could reach out, we can talk about, you know, not just Scentsy.
Isn't anything in life better when you do it with people that you enjoy being around? Yeah. And when you have friends and you're having fun. Right. I've said this so many times in the last couple of days and the last couple of weeks. Like, everything that we do in life, we should lead with fun. Right. It makes it. I mean, life is so short, and it makes such a difference. Yeah.
Well, too, like, I think, like, I also did myself a disservice because I didn't make that community. And we talked a lot about that. We were open and sharing with each other as a group of us were here. And I said something, and Melissa came back and said, yeah, but we're building a community. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that, but I needed to hear that, because you can't just talk business and shop and whatever, but life. You know, I could say, hey, Melissa, I need help or whatever. You could call me and say, you know, and then we could start guessing each other, different people's occupations.
I know. That is so one of our most fun things that we did.
We did that at Epcot.
Have you ever done, do they know? Like, is that something that you do?
No, only Joe and I.
Like, have you ever, can I even say it?
Yeah, tell them.
Have you ever done that where you're sitting someplace and you're people watching, and when people walk by, you're like,
it's so much fun.
I wonder what they do for a living, and then what they look like they do for a living.
Just based on the book. Just what they look like.
Yes.
Totally.
Or like how they're carrying themselves, or how they're walking. Like, some people walk with purpose, and so you're like, I think, teacher. For sure. Or she definitely looks like she's head of the HR department.
But remember the kid that lived in his parents' basement?
There was
when we were at Epcot.
That is actually a really fun thing to do. Yeah. So if you're ever sitting somewhere just waiting, and you can people watch,
and then
try to play guess the occupation.
Yeah, and then comment down below if you've ever done that. Like, that is so much fun.
It is so much fun.
So much fun. Yeah. So I appreciate you coming on here. We'll keep it short and sweet, because we know we got life in the way or whatever. But what is one thing you could leave for our customers?
Customers?
My fans? My world?
Oh, Just Jack. You're just Jackers.
I know, what would you call them?
You're
my fans? You guys are my friends and family. They're
just Jackers.
Can that be my tagline?
Yeah. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says, I'm a just Jacker.
But you know what's terrible is that part of my name sounds like something that's, you know, off color or whatever. So you have to be careful sometimes when you say Jack. I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So what's something you can leave us, a piece of advice? If you are looking to sign up, or I won't want to say like sign up, but if you want to come along with us on this journey, what is something you would tell them?
I am really, really glad that I took a chance 15 years ago. my life would look completely different if I hadn't. My closest friends that I have right now, we probably wouldn't have crossed paths.
Would have never met them.
And the things that I've been able to do, the places that I've been able to go, the travel I've been able to do because of this business, it has provided me so many things that I can't picture how those things would have been in my life otherwise. And the people that I've met and how I've watched those people grow.
Right. And to think about, it's from wax and warmers.
And sometimes we you know, we're like, this is wax and warmers. It's not that deep. Like it's not that complicated.
Right. And it just brings you so much joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited. If you guys want to see more of Melissa, we'll do this again in the future.
We'll see if she invites me back.
We'll see what the reception is. You know, you're the star, so people are going to want to see more of you. We'll see. Anyways, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up the video. My Scentsy link will be down below if you want to order anything. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the tagline? Do you know how to do it?
No. Go.
Bye.